Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes Abyssal Clear. Today we are taking down Mythic hero Kingsbrother Otur, and earning these gold kitsune ears, which I'm gonna slap right onto Klein's head, and he's gonna be super adorable. And this map gave me a lot of trouble. I don't know if this map is actually that difficult, generally speaking, but I very specifically wanted to use certain units on this map, and that led to a lot of headache. Again, like, the map itself I don't think would be too bad, but there are a lot of reinforcements that spawn from both the top and the bottom. And if you can't clear them out fast enough, they can pile up very quickly. And the units that I'm using don't actually have great offensive power, so that led to a lot of issues. I think if I could have brought Morgan or Sedith or Byleth, things would have gone a lot smoother. In particular, not having a blue unit as an option gave me some issues, but I figured it out after, I think it was over 10 hours that I spent running different attempts and swapping units in and out on this. I finally figured it out. So Otur here has been quite the little headache, and I'm looking forward to punishing him accordingly. But real quick, let's take a look at our units. I thought since Otur really loves his big brother, he's just a clingy little brother, I thought it'd be fitting to have a sibling showdown and bring the Nohr siblings along, and Papa Garen is here to chaperone. And these sets look very bizarre, I know. Like, looking at this, it looks very nonsensical, but everything does have specific purposes. In particular, Triangle Adept is important so that we can actually take out Otur very quickly. He's very bulky, and if he initiates on you, he will tear through most of my units. So I needed to hard counter with Triangle Adept. And then we've got things like Attack Deathlink. You're going to see a lot of buffs that look redundant, but I need some of them to trigger before using an assist skill so that I can use the assist skill later. And then I needed some that trigger after using the assist skill. So I'm using a weird combination of buffs. And then we've got like Attack Tactic and Attack Def solo, which actually makes some sense to improve Garen's survivability and his offensive power. Next up, we have Big Bro Xander, who I suppose would be our equivalent of Fafnir. And he's running a sort of mixed tank setup, running Mirror Stance for mostly the guard effect, honestly, but he does appreciate the extra res for survivability and the extra oomph from the attack side of that. Then he's got Attack Def Bond, which gives him a little more defense and hits a little harder so that he can hit some very key kills early on. And then Attack Res Link, again, kind of improves his attack and survivability. And Hone Cavalry is to support Lil Bro Leo, who is running that Grand Blade, which is why we need to be able to trigger buffs before using our assist skills, so that we can later reposition him out of the way. So he needs to get those buffs early on with Hone Cavalry. So even though those skills look redundant, there is an actual reason for it. He's running Lancebreaker to hard counter some of these very fast blue units. Fortress Def Res also gives him some more survivability without hurting us too badly, because Grand Blade makes up for that attack dip. Goad Cavalry helps Xander hit some key kills and also avoid some doubles. And then Quick Riposte 3 is a very weird skill here, because it's not exactly helping directly, but there is a thief that if he doesn't have Quick Riposte 3, it realizes that it can double him and do a good chunk of damage, which softens him up too much and he dies later. But with Quick Riposte 3, I guess he would kill the thief on the counterattack, so the thief does not attack Leo and attacks Garen instead and charges up Garen while leaving Leo untouched. So that's a very weird case of this skill is not directly important to like actual combat, but it's a skill that we need to take anyways just to ensure that he doesn't be targeted. He's also running Blazing Wind to prevent his special from going off early, and then Smite is to push someone out of the enemy's range at one point. Otherwise, I would normally take like Reposition or Drawback there. And then finally, Camilla is running some support stuff and also some defensive stuff with Guard Bearing, Iota Shield to tank the one Archer, and then Mystic Boost for survivability, and then Def Tactic to help with Leo. And this rally defense, there's one point where she's out of range but needs to get a minor defense buff on Xander, so that works. But she doesn't start close enough for defense tactic to take effect, so that's that. Anyway, as always, I've rambled a little too much, but this is a very weird setup, so I felt the need to explain some of those odd choices. So let's go ahead and show our sibling bonds and earn these gold Kitsune ears for Klein. It's funny that Odor has them. He might look cute in them. I look adorable in my cat and my bunny ears, so hey man, I'm not judging. So we are going to start by having Leo, who is getting buffs to attack speed and def from Camilla and Xander, come up and shoot some Grondblade at this Lance Fighter. Stab him a bunch, but not enough to kill, but enough that Xander can take him out by moving up and using his reposition to trigger the Link skill and give himself some buffs and be in range for these guys. And it'd be nice to bring Camilla up to support with her axe and def tactic, but if we put her up here in these two spaces, she'll draw the attack of this green flyer, which will cause issues later because we need Xander to take it out turn 1. And if we move her over here, she won't be close enough to start moving up here on the next turn. So she has to just kind of wait here. And then we're going to move Garen over as well, and he's just going to sit here for a while. But his time will come. Garen will wait patiently for his conquest, but only for 20 turns or so. So Lance Fighter attacks into Xander, and then the Red Cavalier attacks. He takes down both of them, then the Green Flyer attacks and just does nothing. But would have caused issues if they had attacked into Camilla. So Xander takes him down. He's missing a good chunk of his HP, but he's hanging in there. Next, Leo with all his buffs can come up and attack this Steam Lance. Take him down in 2 hits thanks to Lance Breaker, letting us double. And now Xander's just going to pull Leo away from this Sword Knight, again triggering that Link skill so that he can tank this Sword Knight. But he didn't get the def boost from Def Tactic, so we're going to have Camilla come up and use Rally Defense, which will give him just enough defense to survive this and have HP left over for another hit later. And Garen is going to just wait here. We don't want to move him up because the Sword Knight will attack him instead. And we don't want to move him over here because then he'll get attacked by the blue Manakee. So we're going to leave him here and let the Green Thief attack him and to charge his Ignis. And again, if we didn't have this quick riposte on Leo, this Thief would attack him instead, and that would be not great. So Garen's just going to sit there and pass. Troubadour attacks Xander. Doesn't do too much damage, but does reset our special, unfortunately. Blue Manakee attacks into Leo, but is kind of just wasting everyone's time here. 0-0. I guess it's special charged a little, and we did get debuffed, so maybe not a total waste. Green Thief attacks Garen, and again, not doing damage, but helped us charge our Ignis a little. Now the Sword Knight attacks Xander. We are hanging in there ever so slightly, though, and do a little chip damage back. So now Xander's going to reposition Garen up, and the time for conquest has come. Garen is going to come up and punish Otor, gonna send him to his room. You are grounded, mister. Fafnir cannot help you. He's grounded too. We're gonna go beat him up after this, I'm sure. And down he goes. Drop some attack smoke on everyone. Leo is going to take out this Sword Knight, which is kind of amusing. Despite the color disadvantage, Leo's just got so many buffs that he can just chip right through the lower res and take him out. And now Big Sis is going to move up and hit this blue mage. Can't get the double, unfortunately, but does some damage, and now draws down the Bow Cavalier. She tanks the hit thanks to Iota Shield and Guard Bearing, and heals up a little with Mystic Boost. But she is taking a lot of damage here. The Mystic Boost is very helpful, helping us mitigate some of that. And now this Blue Manakete attacks, triggers a Vengeance, but doesn't do much because we didn't do damage to it, so kind of pointless. Steam Sword attacks into Garen. Now the Green Thief attacks into Leo, and as we can see, gets doubled back with the Ground Blades and goes down. Wasn't a good time for them. And next, we are tempted to send Leo to take out like this Blue Manakete or the Steam Lance, but instead we're going to just have him retreat. First, we're going to clear the way with Papa Garen. Gonna hit him with the bigness. Bam! And next, Camilla will come over and take out this surprisingly strong blue mage. We can't double him, and was doing a good chunk of damage to us despite color disadvantage. So they're gone. And next, we're going to have Leo come up and smite Garen. We don't want Garen in range of this Bow Cavalier, who will take him down. So we're going to smite him and get ourselves some buffs off of the Link skill as well. And we're going to just move Xander down here to bait out this Troubadour into a more favorable position to attack from. Bow Cavalier attacks into Camilla. Barely survived thanks to Mystic Boost healing us earlier and the Iota Shield and Guard Bearing combo. Troubadour barely misses the kill on Xander, and that's why we needed that rally defense earlier. That gave us just enough HP that we could survive that hit from the Troubadour here. Otherwise, that Troubadour would have actually done enough damage to take us out. And next, we are going to have Xander attack this Troubadour, but we have to move up here to get the Goad Cavalry from Leo so that we can actually double. It's always a funny time when Xander naturally doubles someone. Down they go. And next, we're going to have Garen pull our very injured Xander out of the way. And Camilla's going to come up and attack this Bow Cavalier. Hit with the Aether, but unfortunately do not get the kill. But now Leo, with his charged up special, can come over, drop him down, and finish him off. Bam! Alright, now it's just cleanup. Most of the super dangerous enemies are out of the way, but we need to regroup first. So we're going to have Xander and Garen pull up and get away from this Steam Lance, and we're going to have Leo come up here. It's tempting to attack this Axe Dragon, but we're not going to do a lot of meaningful damage with him, and we're just going to charge the Ignis, which will cause us trouble later. So we're just going to bring Camilla up so that he moves this way and attacks into her. Reduce that with Guard Bearing, and we're going to heal up with Mystic Boost, same as before. But basically we're just trying to stall and keep them from all clumping together and causing issues. So now we can have Xander reposition Leo, trigger that Link skill, and come over and hit that Steam Lance. Bam, bam, goodbye. And Garen will just go ahead and toss him over so that we can have Camilla come over and provide Death Tactic. Blue Manakete attacks into him, doesn't do anything though, once again. And the Axe Dragon, we're just gonna barely hang in there. Chop, chop. And there we go. And we're going to have Leo attack the Blue Manakete. And there we go. Softened him up enough that Camilla can come over, finish it off and heal up with the Aether. And now we're just going to pull out of the way. Pull them back. And now we can all gang up on this Axe Dragon. We're going to have Leo hit with his Blade Tome. Stab him, pin down the Wyvern's wings, and now Garen can swoop in and finish the job. Bam! And with that, we have asserted the dominance of the Nohrian family's bonds. And earned these wonderful gold kitsune ears for Klein. So, real quick, I suppose we can go and put those on. There we go. He looks kind of adorable. We could also put him on Leo. That'd be funny too, but I like them on Klein. There we go. So, with that, another Abyssal Mythic battle is down. Thank you guys, as always, so much for joining me on this kind of theme clear, I suppose. It was interesting to try and figure out with these limitations, because some of the more modern legendary hero battles and mythic hero battles felt a little easy thanks to my more diversified roster that I've gotten over time and having more options. It was pretty difficult working with such a strict limitations, and as frustrating as it was, I hope it was still interesting and enjoyable to watch. Until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army, signing out.